Perfect, perfect, perfect. Turn that volume down. Go here. That is about the volume I would anticipate. It's a little loud though. There we go. All right, hello everyone. I hope you are doing well. I feel like I haven't streamed in just forever. Let's see here. I need to pull this up. I believe put that there, and no, that is not quite the focus we want. We want just a little bit. There we go. Let's get the light shining in here a little bit more. We've got guys from over here, and we've got guys from over here. Excellent. And now to do that thing where I go in Discord and I tell people that I'm online. So send that off. Need to rehydrate this wet palette. And all right, so go there. Go into the craft canvas and Apparently I've got typos, that's wonderful. So for those who are here, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great. Oh, let's turn this to face me properly. There we go. Upgraded my what? My armor to level 1. Oh goodness, craft, that's hilarious. Alright. Let's see. Oh my god, there's so many channels in the server. Which one is it? Self promos. There we go. There's that. And there's that, because I believe Jinx allows that there. Went brain dead for a moment there. I feel like I've been gone for so long and nobody knows that I've returned, which is okay. wonder how do my hands look on cam today? It's a little bright. That's still a little bright. Yeah, you know, maybe I'll just like settle with these ones. Cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna blast all the channels today. Well, I got my camera to work again, and that makes me happy. Oh, hello, Ganon. Oh, you lovely little kitty, Ganon. How happy you've been fed. You chunky little kitty. Yeah, buddy. Hello. So I see Nightbot is today in a mood of deleting messages. Hope that doesn't blow up on me. Alright, so. Hello, Olimiches. Okay, Mello, don't know if you know, but no reason to panic. But I got kicked out. Oh, did you get did your plan of escape get found out? And they said, well, we'll just kick you out. Was it your dad? And you got your other place, right? Kicked out by your dad, but basically that, yeah. Ugh. Why is he such a jerk? Whatever. I mean, you were already leaving, so it's, you know, it's not the worst thing, but it's like, yeah. That's okay. That's okay. This just means that the process has been sped up, and you can, you know. Oh, you don't get your other place till July 1st? Oh, but you have a place to stay for the month, right? God, he's such a jerk. I feel like I don't know how to paint anymore. How do I do this? How do I position myself? I haven't done stream in so long. Just dropping by to say hi. Okay, you're staying with a friend for now. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that you have a plan and that you're, you know, being taken care of in the meantime. So is like your sister, I think you said it was your sister that was helping you out with getting your stuff? Like, that's still working out? I mean, like, those are your belongings. Yep. That's it. Sister is in on the gig. Yeah, exactly. What a good sister. Great sister, not so great dad. I get it. I grew up with not the necessarily most easiest relationship with my stepdad, but you know, we patched things up a bit, so you know, we're usually pretty okay now. But I understand that frustration, that feeling, and I'm really sorry to hear it. Mad respect that you're the one who's taking action to get yourself out of that environment. Maybe it didn't go according as planned, but you got out of the environment. And that's still a win, right? Let's see here. Man, okay, so I clearly need to move this out of the way here. So, let's see. Let's play around with my camera settings. So, this needs to be closer. Yeah. And we need to raise this up to, like, here. Here. Perfect. And this basically must not be on... I mean, that's fine. Okay. It's already as white gets, so... By goodness heck, I know my skin will explode if I go on the camera. It'll be like looking into a sun. Because I'm so freaking pale. But this is like legitimately white, so that's fine, and my hand's gonna cover most of that, so that's okay. Well, yeah, I hope you're comfortable right now, Lynn. It's, weren't dealt an easy starting hand with life, it feels. But I'm glad that you were the one who's in control, because that's important. It's too bad your dad's a butt munch. Clearly, he's just someone who doesn't know how to handle situations that he doesn't have full control of. honest. That's all dried up. Yeah, no, that's like way too dry. Let's see here. Just add some water. Will that rehydrate it? It seems to. Oh man, there's a whole bunch of these. Okay, yeah, it's probably better I just add new paint to the palette. Okay, I'll just let that dry and cure for now. Grab this guy. Wolf Parable, hey, lovely to see you. Long time no see. I've kind of been bad at doing this whole streaming thing on a schedule lately. Finally get to see me actually painting these. I've been painting these guys every day, and I part of it is I really want to just get them done, but I think I've got them also to a point where like I want to share the progress with them. Because I was kind of having a hard time nailing the aesthetic that I wanted. But I really wanted it to be like this kind of, let's see here if I move this closer, like this really truly black-green color where it's black and then highlights into green. You know, so just been kind of working on that. You can really see it right here. You know, but yeah, so that's kind of what I've been working on. But how are you doing, buddy? Long time no see. Like I said, I mean, except for like in chats and stuff. But you know, like I haven't seen people in my stream because I have not been streaming. I feel like I've been like in a bit of a state of the blues too, so I think that hasn't really helped me out much. Let's see if I feel like I'm not in the focus right, so let's change what the focus is. There we go. It's kind of like my established area right here. My arms are cozy here. Breach, hello, hello. Lovely to see you. I was just perusing on your Instagram just a moment ago earlier today. Let's see here. I've been alright. A little down last few days, so not been painting. You know what? I totally get you. That's an absolutely valid point. Like sometimes you're just not in a good enough state to be able to do the things you enjoy, you know. And like I have kind of been feeling that way with streaming just the last couple days. Like it's been a little hard for me to go and log on and, you know, chat and socialize. But you know, I'm doing much better today. And you know, I'm here. I'm glad. I'm socializing. I'm talking with you guys. You know, because it's kind of like, for me, when I'm feeling quite down, and like this, these are traits of like my clinical depression that I'm going to be going into. But like, my instinct becomes to isolate myself, which is bad because that makes everything worse. Because then I spend more time in my head. So the absolute best thing I can do is actually like go and just gorge myself on socializing with people, and that usually helps keep me in a more healthy state of mind. So while it's hard for me to stream while I'm depressed, you know, I should still try to do it. Not saying that you have depression. I don't know if you do or if you don't. But, you know, these are just you know, talking about the subject. God, I love these models so much. They're just like, they're great sculpts. I still have my opinions on GW. These guys don't change them, but I do thoroughly love these sculpts. I was looking at it, it was like I think it's like the Death Guard reinforcements is like 3 models and they cost $50. I'm just like, are you kidding me? I mean, then again, they will charge $30 for single models. So I mean, I don't know. Of course they would charge $50 for 3 models. Yeah. I do. Mine isn't so bad, but I also isolate. Usually, it helps. You reset the battery, though. No, that's fair. That's totally valid. You know, right? Like you got to rediscover yourself sometimes. I've talked with a lot of people who have depression, and like the best thing I could say about any of it is, if someone was to ask me, is no two people have, like, their depression does not take the same form. Like there are some general patterns, but like, you know, some people will struggle to eat. Some people will eat as a coping mechanism. There's no pattern that is is consistent all the way across, except for misery and a lack, maybe not even misery, but like a lack of sufficient happiness or ability to fully experience that happiness. I'm no professional on the subject. I've just been dealing with it for 15 some years, and I don't feel like I would be able to speak on other people's behalf. Everyone has their own way of getting through things. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. That is absolutely accurate. So have I gushed to you guys yet about how much I love these models? I know I was just talking about it, but I'm just like, I love these models. I love these sculpts. I was like making my army list for one-page rules Grimdark Future. And yeah, just very fun. The Plague Brothers, or the Havoc Brothers Legion, or Plague Legion, or something like that. That's what they call them. I don't know. But what's fascinating is they are not slow. They do not have the slow movement, and they all have regeneration. Which is kind of like an invulnerable slave. It's not like OP or anything. It's just like, yeah, cool, I took damage. Let's find out if you actually, if that damage sustains or if it just goes away right away. I mean, I can't say if it's OP or not yet. I have yet to play. I just I paint these and I look at them and I go, yeah, that seems like a fun game mechanic. Went on Troll Trader, went and got some sprues from people. Regardless of what I think about GW and their games, they have some models that just look fantastic. You know what, Breach? That's very much where I look at it, and I want them to do better. I like their stuff. I want them to stop partaking in certain business practices, and I want them to be a bit more upfront. That's all. But again, I won't go into a whole critique thing. A lot of people know how I feel on it. I think I have been called anti-capitalist, which is not terribly untrue. I mean, but I guess what I should say is, the capitalism I believe in is the original form of capitalism, which is simply that the people decide what is successful in the market with their purchases. Not this get as rich as possible and blah 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 blah. Charge a port. Nope, I said I wasn't going to do it. I said I wasn't going to do it, so I'm not going to do it. It's hard sometimes. But again, I love these products. I do. I really, really, I thoroughly appreciate them. I'm willing to spend money on them. So that's something. some kind of beverage here on hand? I do. Got good old coffee. So what are you guys working on right now? Anyone painting anything exciting? Anything making them super happy? What makes you happy? Tell me about what makes you happy. Here's the thing to me. I agree, and I'm very anti-capitalist personally, but I think some people get a bit misguided and don't realize that they are a minority attacking something more people enjoy. But it's not always bad, just a business. But I also think be a hero for being hyper negative criticism. No, I mean, starting to enjoy it. Or painting your big orc boss. Ooh, that's exciting. My thing is this, like, I think that to hold an opinion, like, whether it's negative or positive, I mean, I don't necessarily think they should have to necessarily, like, and this is all within very, like, you know, how do I put it? Trying to think like the best way to phrase this. People enjoy it. There's no doubt on that. But I don't think that just because people enjoy it necessarily means that it should be immune from criticism. You know? Like if it's just like someone who's just going, oh, blah blah sucks, blah blah sucks, blah, like that's not criticism. That's just negativity. You know, but like if someone's like, hey, why does a metal commissar cost less than the, like, why do all 4 commissars have different prices rather drastically? Or like why do these single models potentially cost, you know, $30 some for like one dude, right? I think like where is it? This guy. Yeah, this guy costs like $30, and like, you know, sure, I could get him like for 15% off at my local friendly game store for like $24. But like, is there a reason that this costs $24? If there's a valid reason for it, and then I would love to know what it is, right? You know, because if I go to any other company, a single dude isn't going to cost more than $15, right? Hello, Stompy. Is it Stompy? Yeah, Stompy. Hello, Stompy. Lovely to see you. But yeah, like, I get that, like, you know, someone being critical can potentially spoil other people's fun, but I think that people shouldn't necessarily be told that they're not allowed to have their criticisms, you know? I've seen a lot of people going on when someone posts a new model that they like. Yeah, no one should be attacking people for enjoying something, right? Like, if they post something that they enjoy and, you know, someone's just going and being like a super negative, like that's being a jerk. I that right there, Wolf Parable, I'm in full agreement with that. That's super, like, lousy. And I think that's like people who, you know, clearly have like their own grudges to bear. I would say that that's just rude. You know, like, what was it? There was like the thing on like Twitch with Games Workshop, and they were doing their Games Workshop week. You know, everyone was having fun, and very reasonably, a lot of people were like, "Hey, what's the deal with Cursed City? You guys told us it wasn't going to be a limited release, and now you're going back on what you said, saying it was always going to be a limited release." And the mods were banning those people. Like I was not there to bear witness to this. I'm getting secondhand from Shiro Senpai. But like that's super like not okay for a business to do. You know, like if you're gonna tell people one thing, it's like if they're having issues with like their manufacturing facilities like during a pandemic, I don't think anyone's gonna blame them for that. Just like tell them, you know, hey, due to unforeseen events with the global situation, you know, we're gonna be delayed on getting restocks. They could say that, and I don't think anyone's gonna hate them for it. If they are gonna hate them for it, that person has, you know, their own problems to deal with, I think. But oh, hello, Ganon! Ganon, you being super cute. Okay, bye-bye, Ganon. Ganon came in, said hello, head booped my legs, and left. I was hoping he would jump up here. Oh, hey. Hey, you want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hello? Hi. Come on up. Come say hi. He's figuring his stuff out. Yeah, exactly right. Like I think like, you know, those are the things to be critical about. I think that he is saying hello. Perfect. I can do a kitty cam. Ganon. Hello, Ganon. Hello, my cute little boy. Hello. Yeah, my cute little sweetie pie. That reminds me. I need to check something out. Let's see here. Let me make sure if I go add points, if I go Wolf Parable. Oh, wait, no, I need to go add points. What is it? Wolf Parable, and then like 1? No. Give points? Wolf Parable 1? Maybe it's add points. Cloudbot, why are you difficult? Yeah, I don't care about those things. That's not what I'm trying to get. I may or may not now have channel points. And I'm trying to figure out how to do these. If I go default, and giveaway, quotes, queue, media share, loyalty, points, top points, add points, name and amount. Okay. Yeah, I did that. What the heck is going on? Is Cloudbot not in the chat? No, I see Streamlabs. Cloudbot's there. Add points. 100. Wolf Parable. What's going on? Why? Streamlabs. Why are you sucking? What is going on here? Okay. If I go into my loyalty section. If I look up Wolf Parable. Wolf Parable's not in here. Hello, Shay. How are you? Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. I'm rich. Well, here. Shay, last time I think you were here, you got points. Let me double check this here. Let me check this. Because I think Shay has points. Shay doesn't have points either. Ah, goodness gracious. Okay. Let's just go in here. We're going to go give everyone, like, 1 point. Just so that I can, like... There we go. So, okay. Now, if I refresh this, I'm doing all right. I'm trying to make sure that my point system is working. Now, if I go Wolf? No. Shay? No. Okay. This is dumb. Why is it being dumb? Okay, like, I don't care about the YouTube ones. YouTube doesn't need to have the points. Like, I can see all these other people have points. It's different. The idea is the same. The idea is the same, but people are supposed to have points for hanging out in the stream. Hold on. Really? Okay, I see. I didn't know Thick Mike's hung out in here before. Did I misread that? Okay, I think I did. So it's... There wouldn't be, like, hydrates, for example. Oh, there we go. There's Wolf Parable. Okay, why didn't it show up in the search? Alright, whatever. Wolf, could I get you to... This is an alternative to channel points. That is exactly what this is. Wolf, could I get you to do exclamation mark points? It should show up like this. So if I do like this... Oh my heck, it's not... Ah, there we go. There's Streamlabs. Yeah. So I have 1,004 marshmallows. And Shay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, you have 145 marshmallows. There we go. Things are working. Miley Lay, you have 0 points. Add points, 100, Miley Lay. Maybe I need to not have the exclamation mark. And see, Streamlabs isn't acknowledging the add points command. That's what's getting me here. How do I get marshmallows? You're supposed to get them just by hanging out. Let's see here. It says you have 0 marshmallows. Okay, I think you have to wait till you get at least 1, and then once you've had 1, this is something I've noticed with it before. So like after spending like 5 minutes being in here, you'll get like 1 or 10 or something like that. And then afterwards, so let's see here. So if I go to the loyalty, if I go to settings. What is it? It's event payout on host, donations, follow. Yeah, so like for following, you get 50. If you host my stream, you're supposed to get 100 automatically. At 1 million points, can we do a barbecue with you? Oh, at 1 million points. I think that would be super cool. I would not be willing to pay for the air flights though. Let's see here. At 15 pairs. Yeah. So here we go. Like, Milo, if you go to your own stream channel, and Shay, likewise, if you guys go into your own chat and you go, like, what is it? /host, and then you enter mine, it should let you basically host the channel, which would forcibly give you 100 points. But let's see here, because okay, so what if I go add point 1 and then I go Shay, because Shay has points and Wolf Parable has points, but it's not, that command's not working. add points, 1. Yeah, because I'm just trying to get the thing to work. Why is that command not working? Because I really want to have this. Default. Add points. Oh, don't do that. Remove points is a command. Oh, it's because I'm doing it in the wrong order. Okay. Add points. Shay. Yeah, I think you have to be a mod though. So is it that I have to remove the ampersand? There we go. Okay, so if I go add points and then I go MyLule, give her 100 because she's been here forever. Unable to find MyLule. +1, easy. Yeah, so it needs to wait for her to generate her point. Give points from user. Give name and from the user. Let's see here. If I go give points. What happens if I give her my own points? Oh, but it says it's not able to find her though. Okay, what if I just like go and give everyone a point again? If I just be like, hey, everyone gets 1 point. MyLule is hosting. Okay, so now that you're hosting, that should have given you an immediate thing. Do exclamation mark points. And that should have just given you 100 right there. Why is it being dumb like that? No. Add points. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. So and then I have to go give MyLule 100 points. There we go. Cool. And now I can go back to painting. So look at that. You've got marshmallows. Feels similar to when I was testing stuff out for your Discord bot. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the butt. But yeah, so some of the commands that I have, because I'm still trying to figure out what commands to do and stuff. Oh wait, so I think it's, let's see here. I have my shout outs, but that's not what I'm looking for. Is it store? There we go. So for 500 points, which I'm realizing is a low number, you could do a word ban. So let's see here. What is the actual command? If I do that, let's see here. I need to figure out this for a second. Let me get the paint off my paintbrush. But yeah, I only have 2 things right now that you can use your points for, which are cat cam, which is me getting a cat and, you know, hanging out on the camera with it and for like a couple minutes. And the other one is you get to choose a word of your choice that I cannot say. So let me figure out what the commands for that is, because it should just have a command. Alright, there we go. And yes, good evening, MyLule. Good evening. Let's see here. So, IRL word ban, infinite remaining, history, my redemptions, unfulfilled, stream, blah. What is the actual command for it, though? IRL word band, sound effect. Because I have to actually set it up as... How about this one? Sound effect, access code. Yeah. Is it like just like this? Is it just like cat cam? No, that's not it. What about this? If I go into my commands, variables, settings. Did I like set a thing up for it but not actually? That sounds like something I would do. Because if I do is the sound effect, there's the item name, the description, the quantity, sound effect, access field. Yeah, I don't think I actually put in a thing for it, so I need to figure out how to do that. Unless it's like this, unless it's like cat cam. Nope. Well, I'll figure it out. Ah! What was that? Oh, that was my phone. Alright. But yeah, so that's what I'm setting up towards. Let's see, this guy's only got that one. Right now we're just like doing all the horns and bones. I can see this one was never set up. So, Miley, which of the Eurovision shows was your favorite? Because me and my partner went and watched, or me and the Gremling, I should say, went and watched all of the episodes. Or not episodes, all of the tracks. And I personally have to say, like the Italian show was good. It was nice to see like a nice rock show, a rock band actually show up on Eurovision. But I do think the Switzerland guy was honestly probably one of my favorites. It definitely feels like he's probably like trained in opera. Just, oh my god, it was such a good performance. That one feels like it's a metal spike. Ah, there we go. I missed this one. Ukraine was your absolute favorite. Second was Iceland. Yeah, those guys, it was nice to see them show up for a second year. Ukraine. Which one was the Ukraine one again? They have a tendency of sending some pretty good stuff. I gotta take a look at this. Who was it for Ukraine again? Eurovision Ukraine 2021. Yes. I remember this one. I can't remember the sound, but that one was a good one. Yes. It had a very like traditional sound to it, mixed with like pop music. The villain-looking lady. I thought that she looks particularly like what is it? The actress in Snowpiercer. What's her name? Snowpiercer cast. I thought she looked like Jennifer Connelly. But actually, I can't remember which year it was. Ukraine did do one of my all-time favorite tracks. One year, it was like Under the Ladder, I think is what it was, from a performer named Melovin. Oh my gosh, Russia's was really good too. Russian Woman. Oh my god, I do love Russian rap. I do have a soft spot for Russian rap. I don't know. There were so many great tracks. It's hard for me to think of like who my absolute favorite was, but like the one in Switzerland from Switzerland was just one that like I stopped everything, like there wasn't any talking. I was just in awe. Like it was an absolute performance. Now, was it music that I would listen to all the time? No, it wasn't. But man, absolutely, just like it had all of my attention. I like that this guy's got 2 Nurglings. Oh, and there's another skull. I'm glad I pointed out that there was a Nurgling there. Forget music, the smooth sounds of mellow minis is all I need in this world. Hello, Warlander. Warlander, I don't know if you were here last time when I showed this off. I'm so glad to see you too, buddy. Have you ever felt like your hobby was in need of more pizzazz? Well, sounds like you don't have enough Warlander in your life. A Warlander is a fellow streamer located in beautiful British Columbia, and you can find his stream at twitch.tv/WarlanderTV and his IG at https. I'm not going to do it, but you get the point. I have a lot of streamers I have to make commands for, but Warlander is one of them. That has already been done. He was one of the first, because that beautiful man is who I got that idea from. And by say I got that idea, I legitimately stole it from him. I went over and I went into his house. I went into his computer and I was like, I'm stealing this. This is mine now. That's how that happened. Just kidding, of course. It's nice. It's lovely to see you, Warlander. I've definitely been like on a little bit of a hiatus of streaming. I think this last 2 weeks I maybe only streamed 3 times. There was digital glass everywhere. When they broke into the house, I heard. I don't know what sound breaking into a computer sounds like. I don't know. I was gonna be like, but I was like, I don't know. Maybe it would be like. Who knows? You know, like a router. I can't make those sounds with my mouth. Old dial-up. God. Dial-up. That's a memory and a half. Not a great memory, but it's a memory. How are you, Warlander? I haven't been attending any of your streams either. I've really just been like off Twitch for a bit. I have been seeing the your notifications of Ogre you glad, or what is it? Ogre you glad it isn't terrain? I don't know. I can't read or remember anything. But yeah, no, I'm very happy to have it here. Sincerely. The cast of hackers was there. Oh my god. Okay, so when I realized that the guy playing Sherlock in
what is it? Is it Elementary? Yeah, I think it's the name of the show with Lucy Liu. That he is from the guy from Hackers. I was like, whoa, crazy. Apparently, he was also Angelina Jolie's first husband. I did not know that. One day, I'm gonna stream too. Heck yeah, you will, Miley. And when you do, I will go and make sure that you have yourself your own shadow command. Yeah, eventually I'll learn how to talk properly. Let's see here. Do I want to do that one? Yeah, I probably do. I'm loving all these cats with the shades, the glitch cat. I'm digging glitch cat. But yeah, what are you guys all up to? What are you working on? What's the, I don't know. What do the cool kids say? What's the jam? What's the sitch? See, I can't tell. Are these like broken out of the armor? I feel like these ones are, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I should just make all of them like they're bone coming out of the armor. But these ones are like actually protruding from the armor. And when do I make the call? Do I make these ones also bone? I don't think so. Maybe there's just the one. Yeah, just the one. I have been taking Al. I've been taking L. Have been doing fantastic. Been burning the candle at both ends, working on a non-hobby project, nearly done. Have been writing a lot. Yeah, no. I remember you were saying that you've been doing a bit of game design right now. I have an idea of what project that might be, but I don't know if the project that I'm thinking of was already finished or not. I just want to share. He is looking super cute right now. Look at this little bun. Look at him. Isn't he cute? It's just a little potato. Whoop. No, my brush. I don't know why they started so weird. What? I don't know why that started so weird. I just meant to say I've been doing fantastic. Oh, no sorries. You don't need to say sorry. I was just trying to figure out if that was Al, because like my stepdad's name is Al, and I was like, is there like a friend Al that I don't know? It's all good, yo. It's all good. Gosh, Butterfingers. Okay, so we got that. Oh no! Oh no! Don't do bad things to the tip. Don't do bad things to my tip. I need to grab more of this. I'm just glad everyone's over here hanging out, saying hi. It's been a weird last couple weeks for me. No, I think I also, part of the reason why I was taking a little bit of a break is I definitely think three streams a week is like my max. Like I don't think I can do 4 streams a week. And also like not last week but the week before, like I was working like a 7-day work week. So I definitely required some recuperation after doing that. I think I started typing something and went in another direction. Like I said, burning candles at both ends. I know that feeling. I know that feeling totally. Orlander, you're all good, yo. The Orochimaru is in stand by because a few weeks ago I sculpted my father's for his birthday. Oh, and that's very sweet of you. I just went and bought a bunch of soap for my dad. And that sounds like the lamest gift you could ever give a dad. But I'm hoping he will enjoy it. There's this brand that I found. It's like Dr. Squatch. It's like supposed to be like the advertisements are very, very targeted towards people who have fragile masculinities and are self-conscious and need the label man or for men on it. But it's a nice soap. It's a really nice soap. I don't care for the advertisements. That's personally me. You know, Dollar Shave Club kind of started that, but whatever. But yeah, they're like all natural ingredient soaps. Like their whole like business model is to minimize chemicals in their soaps, and they smell so nice. Like I grew up in lovely British Columbia, surrounded by pine trees. And so they have a scent called pine tar. So pine tar is like the sap from pine trees. It's super viscous. Like the description of tar is very accurate. It's like an adhesive, really, is what it is. But like having that scent in like my soap and my shampoo, oh my gosh, like it is like I get excited about going and having a shower now. Before I would be like, yeah, I guess I have to go have a shower. Yeah, Lush is also great too. I know a lot of people that shop at Lush, but this one, like I tried it out. I only tried it out because the brand that I was usually using was like out of stock. Usually I would shop from a company called Rocky Mountain Beard Barber or Barber Shop. Rocky Mountain Barber Shop. I can't remember the name of it. Rocky Mountain something company. Anyways, they had a bar of soap that was shampoo, beard shampoo, and soap, like body wash, all in one. It was a nice, handy, like one, like for everything. And it was great on your skin. It was great on your beard. It was great for your hair. It didn't dry anything out. It was great. They were sold out. So I was like, heck. Well, I need soap. So I saw my Gremling had showed me a commercial for these guys, and I was like, ugh. And I was like, but I kind of like the idea of some of those scents. So I went and checked it out. Holy heck, I could not be happier. I don't think I'm ever going to use a different soap ever again. It smells so nice. And then my skin is really soft. It's great. You know. Everyone should care a little bit about their skin. You know. You kind of like live in it forever. It's kind of important. But yes, I was told that my skin is baby smooth. And I was like, ooh, yay. Soft. I don't know. I'm very envious of people who like don't need to use moisturizer every single day. I have like the worst skin like on my face. Like it peels if I don't like moisturize it every single day. Or at least every time I like step out of a shower. Whoa, Mango Smasher! Mango Smasher, how are you doing today? They make this crazy scent called Dirty, which is blood orange. Ooh, I like blood orange. Ooh, and sandalwood? Those were two scents that would go very nice. And tarragon. Okay. So it's kind of got this like rich, sweet... I really like sandalwood. Sandalwood has a beautiful scent to it. Next time you get there to give yourself a whiffer, I will. You know what? I get my 5G shot next week. I'm kidding. It's not 5G. I'm getting my vaccine next week, so I'm going to be a lot more willing to go to the mall. I haven't been to the mall in forever. Oh my gosh. It's a very original scent. Well, I'm just finished. Just finished building yourself. There we go. I can't read. God, Gosh, something's wrong with me. I'm doing great, Mango Smasher. Me and Warlander were just talking about soap. That's right, soap. I was saying that for my dad's Father Day / maybe his birthday gift, we'll see. You know, I'm getting him like this brand of soap that I really like. Giving him like a whole variety, like, so that maybe there's a scent that he'll like. Last I checked, he usually just uses like Irish Springs, which smells great. But these guys, like, their whole motto is like trying to reduce the number of chemicals, you know, like manufactured chemicals that are put in soap. Honestly, like, I think there's like this big misunderstanding of the word chemical. Literally everything is a chemical. Like, in terms of like, if you know chemistry, literally everything is a chemical made up of different compositions. But you get what I mean, right? There's certain things that people there is a allure to returning back to nature, you know. So yeah, I was talking about pine tar and this other stuff. Yeah, it's lovely to see you, Mango Smasher. Do I have a Mango Smasher command? Do I have a custom command for Mango Smasher yet? Not yet. Okay, you are in the list, Mango Smasher. But in the meantime, we can always do a big SO for Mango Smasher. She is just lovely. Please go check her out. Sincerely, like, Mango Smasher is just a sweetheart. Let's see here. But yeah, I have I've been kind of been on and off with streaming lately. Some people may have noticed, maybe not. I don't know. If you haven't noticed, that's okay. I'm glad, and nothing's changed. For those who did notice, I am sorry I haven't gone. I've just been kind of in and out. Yeah, a little burnt out. Had to take a little bit of recuperation. Did a 7-day week. Realized that really I do not have like the stamina to stream more than 3 times a week. You know, so we're just painting up some Death Guard. I've been working on my Death Guard for a lot. I usually, people who know like my they know me. They know that I usually try to showcase smaller companies. I mean, everyone knows who GW is. They don't need me as an advertising platform. But big butts. I love these Death Guard models. I sincerely, truly admire these sculpts. They're very well done. They're very enjoyable. I have like 29 guys here, and no 2 of them are the same. And not just like in the sense of like, you know, their legs are the same, but their arms and heads are different. No, like none of these guys are the same. There is not 2 of them that are the same, and I love that. I think that is such like for me, someone who enjoys painting, such a joy. Such a joy. Maybe for someone who like does not like painting and they just wants to like plow through like an army of like Attack of the Clones, like might be a bit of a pain and a hassle, but like every time I'm looking at one of these, I'm just like, oh man, I didn't notice this about this one. I didn't notice this tiny little skull here, or this little spike. And it's just kind of like a joy. I get to like explore all the models, you know. And maybe I'm just a big old nerd. Oh, Warlander. I did something that I have not done in the last 25 years I've had this game. I did a complete 102% run of Donkey Kong Country 2. Now, in the past, I have done the run where you get the final confrontation, like the final confrontation against Captain K. Rool. I've done that before, but this time I did I collected all 40 DK coins. I've never done that before. I am so excited. I am so excited. So, in my time off, that is one of the things I have been doing. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, I need to do this horn properly. I know that you have a liking for like that retro SNES 16-bit music, as you have featured it in your stream before, But yeah, I just wanted to share that because I'm just like, ah, my gosh, someone who has that retro love, I figured would appreciate that. I'm moving on to Donkey Kong Country 3, which I have also never done a completionist run for. I've beaten the game. I've played it significantly less than I did Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2, because 3 is kind of weird. I mean, like it's kind of like 1 is the original, and it has a very distinct aesthetic. 2 is very dark and creepy in comparison, like children safe dark and creepy, but dark and creepy nonetheless. And 3 is kind of like, it kind of goes in between those two aesthetics, where it's like very jungly, very woodsy, but like very creepy, and in an unintentional way, I think, too. Or maybe I'm just crazy and no one else thinks that, and they're always like, Chris, like it's just cutesy, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess it's just cutesy. I like creepy things, personally. I think I would have a hard time with Death Guard if I did not like the creepy. The Crip. Secret Chipmunk! I have a feeling you and I are SNES floor kids. Oh yeah, like you've got your SNES on the floor, and you just you sit down, butt on the tile or carpet if you're lucky, floor, and you sit cross-legged and you play the heck out of it, and you're like maybe 6 feet at best away from the TV. I have purchased Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 probably at least 4 times. This is the first time I'm actually like doing it like complete, because I'm doing it on the SNES emulator, which is on the Nintendo Switch. And lovely to see you, Secret Chipmunk. I hope you are doing fantastic. Fan-diddly-tastic. Okay, this is bugging me. I'm doing all these horns. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna pull this guy in here, and we're just gonna go, yeah. We're just gonna put in that yellowish bit. I'm not gonna try and make it look smooth because we're wanting to create a texture. One day I'll finish this. This is my guy from Dark Vengeance. Community member Colin Paints Minis sold this to me very, very generously. He did not need to do that, but he had like 2 boxes of Dark Vengeance, and from the kindness of his heart, he sold it to me for very close to like retail value. I gave him extra more than he was asking for because I was so grateful, because when I was in a tough situation, I had to sell most of my Dark Vengeance minis. Actually, I had to sell all of my Dark Vengeance minis except for my Dark Angels because no one wanted them. Take that, Imperium. Anyways, so no one wanted them, so those were the only ones that I kept. But I cared more about the Chaos guys because they had some wicked unique sculpts. And I know you can get like some of the sculpts on the Warhammer shop, but like those aren't. I want all of them. Colin is such a nice person. Colin is just the kindest person. He's definitely got his critiques of like GW, which me and him usually discuss in private, because both of us can be negative Nancy's sometimes. So we just bounce off each other. But he is the warmest, kindest person. Whenever people join in to the server, he is usually one of the first person to welcome people to the Mellow Place. Like, without fail, if you joined in the server right now, you'd probably get a greeting from Colin. And as he put it, said, he's like, well, I know that when you're streaming, you're probably not able to say hello to them, so I welcome them. And I'm just like, oh, you're gonna make me cry. Just a good old guy. Just a good fellow. Good egg, as they say. A good egg. Now, that's not to say I expect anything from Colin, but I recognize that he's usually there to greet people if I'm not. And he sent me a handwritten letter. I will say, everyone who has ever sent me anything and they've included a handwritten letter, I keep every single one of them. Because the kindness and generosity of the people who are in this community, who have taken the time and effort and frankly spent the money to like send me anything, whether it's a sticker or if it's a gift or anything, like I know that I don't think anyone knows how much that means to me. I oh god, I'm getting really emotional right now. I want you all to know just how much you all mean to me. I really do. So I'm gonna have to take a break here. I can't see anymore. Okay, let's calm down for a second. Here, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna go blow my nose. Okay, I am more composed now. Sorry about that. I love all of you guys. I really do. Not just guys. I love everyone here, and it's when people go out of their way to show kindness, it really hits me. So, obviously not everyone is able, needed, or obviously expected to do anything like those things. But it's, it means a lot to me when people do. Can we have loving points? Just little point redemptions to what? Get get me to cry? Goodness gracious. Yeah. You guys are all incredible, and you come in here and you spend time with me. Share our stories. Yeah, it means a lot. it's really helped me go through, get through, a pretty difficult time for all of us, right? So, oh goodness, I am just an emotional sucker. Not a bad thing, just that really caught me off guard. Ah, yeah, little marshmallow points. Yeah, a new friend kept calling me Marshmallow Minis, and I was like, Marshmallow, it works. It works really well. So I went with Marshmallow for the point system. Let's see here. I thought it worked. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. See, and this is why I'm glad that I don't have the face cam anymore. You guys would have all seen me start crying. Said you just got to hear me cry. It's better. I promise you, I'm an ugly crier. Can we eat our marshmallow points? I mean, I really still need to figure out how I'm gonna get that to work. All I've been able to think of is cat cam and like word bands for like fun things for you guys to do with them. Once I have my stickers, I would like to do a point redemption for the stickers. Something to kind of like what Jenny Joyo does with her sticker, where you can redeem points for basically hanging out with me and doing that. What was I gonna say? I will have a little shop too where you can buy the stickers individually or like in bundles. That is another thing that will happen, but I need all the I need the stickers to get finished first, so. Yeah, cat cam, stickers. Yeah, it's gonna be some fun things for you guys. So, why should affiliates get all the fun? So I saw Streamlabs had a thing and I was like, I'm gonna use that. I like that. Alrighty. Should I make this bony? I feel like that would be really cool. I need to figure out if I want to do that. Oh, sorry about that. Hit the cam. There we go. Let's see. And you've got that one horn. And this is more tree-like, so I don't really want to do that one quite like that. How many of these guys... Ouch! The knife, or what exactly do you want to make bony? This. The little skull collection that he's got on his thing. Like, they're all tiny skulls. I've seen some people make it all copper before, or brass. But, let's see. I think there's a second guy who's also got this. Or is it just the one? If he's just the one, then I think I'll definitely make him... Oh, here we go. Yeah, these guys have the same kind of shoulder pad. I think that could be cool. I didn't see the skulls. I thought they were just diseased flesh. No, those are skulls. So let's, yeah, let's make them all bone. So we're gonna do the thing where we're just gonna fill it in. Like, obviously, it itself isn't real bone, but I don't know. Maybe it is, right? Because Death Guard are kind of wild. Like, so I listened to the audiobook for Lords of Silence. Some of the really old Death Guard are basically just like no more than cans of goop. Their ceramite armor, their power armor, is alive. And it heals, it regenerates, like it's actually part of them. Which is why you end up seeing ones that have like mouths coming out of them, right? Because like their armor and them are one. It's pretty wild stuff. And so the ones that like look the least diseased are probably have only been Death Guard for, you know, less time than the others. I was going to say, I thought that this was going to be the same sculpt, but it looks like what they did... And this is clever. This is clever. So, these... The outer rim is different, but the inside is actually the same sculpt, except it's been mirrored. So this one is... what they do is they take an axis and they make it a negative number of this equal to the same, and it flips it. So what I'm talking about here, you can see this skull is this skull, and this skull is this one. So they literally mirror it. It's a very easy way of making something different while also not having to necessarily spend as much time in order to do clever 3D modeling techniques. I'm actually going to use my dry brush for this. I'm just going to use my teeny tiny one. how we see the skulls a lot better now. It reminds me of like those ancient tombs that are like underneath the Vatican, where the walls are just lined and lined with skulls. It's very macabre. Or macabre, sorry. It's very cool though. It's like, whoa, this is what you guys are doing? Ugh. I don't know if I want to be on your bad side. Alright, so time to grab the khaki. So, like I do with all my skeletons, so what I've done is I did a base coat of heavy sienna, and then a heavy gold brown, and now I'm moving on to khaki. And so this creates some of the like, has anyone here eaten bone marrow? Or like deboned a turkey or a bird? Basically, the like bleach white skeletons you see in your biology class are not what bones actually look like. You know, which is where the term bleach white, you know, comes from when referring to bones and skeletons. You know, the oxidization, the decay, like there's this like deep brown, like a reddish brown, parts of the bone are yellow, due to like bits of decay. So like that's kind of like why I start that off, and I don't even necessarily like try to make it a clean job, because this is all gonna look like texture. It's gonna look more organic and more real. You know, like seeing like there's like the little base of it that's still brown, like that wasn't like forgotten about. Like I saw that and I said, okay, that's gonna look nice. I want it to look like that. For the teeth, though, I don't think I want to quite go to the khaki level. So what I'm going to do is, just with the horns and that, I'm going to use the khaki. For the teeth, I think I'm going to use a slightly different color, because I still want the teeth to be yellowish. Like, I want them to look like rotten. But the bones we can go with this. We're just going to like that. There we go. And see, like, just like layering it like that, like, I don't know how well you can see it. Let's pull this up as close as I can. Like it, the streakiness of it just kind of gives it more of a textured look, because you know your bones aren't going to be super smooth, especially not if they've been potentially violently removed from your noggin. And it's like, it's not quite a dry brush, quite an overbrush. I don't want a lot of paint on my brush, but I don't want excess paint on it either. It's very... I want it to look messy. Let's see here. Nice. So is anybody painting right now? Obviously, you don't need to be painting to hang out with me, but you know, if you are, what are you working on? I'd love to hear about, you know, what you're excited about. I've clearly shared that I'm quite excited about these guys. But, you know, this is about you guys too. You know, what do you guys think of this color scheme? I know it's a little bit different than, you know, what you see on a typical, you know, box art. It's kind of like the Bringers of Decay, but at the same time, it's more green than black. Really enjoying listening to you and watch you paint. Well, no worries. No one has to chat with me, but you know, I like to probe for potential discussion. I'm glad you're having a good time. It makes me really happy when people are having a good time. I feel like I'm probably going to go over these horns again with like a sienna or a sepia to try and really darken them out. I've been going a little grim dark with these guys. You know, big ol' scary legion. So something that I was checking out not too long ago is I saw in the Nurch store next door to me, they had the Cubicle 7 release of the RPG Wrath and Glory. I was kind of checking that out. I was perusing through the pages. It looks like it's good. You can play an orc, which I got really excited about. I also like that. I kind of unlike the Fantasy Flight RPG. Now, from my understand, this isn't a game that's original to Cubicle 7. They just have the rights to it, and they're able to publish it right now. But I could be mistaken on that. But from what I understood, it's got some interesting mechanics to it. I'd be willing to give that a shot. I've never really been a big fan of. Now I understand why they do it, but I've never really been in love with Fantasy Flight's kind of 3 different RPGs for one setting. Now, they're all basically the same RPG, just they have different rules, and they're very modular. But they did that with Star Wars and Warhammer, and it's just, it wasn't my cup of tea. I feel like sometimes they make things a little more complicated than I necessarily want or enjoy. But nonetheless, they do good stuff. I do like Fantasy Flight. But this, Wrath and Glory, I was much more interested in. I have high hopes. I'm probably going to pick that up in the near future here. But I have high hopes because I thoroughly enjoyed Cubicle 7's Adventures in Middle-earth. I really like the intentions that they go with. They're very, the mechanics are a bit more intuitive. And they do things like, for example, with how they handled Adventures in Middle-earth, which was the 5e Lord of the Rings game that they did. They also had the One Ring, which was its own standalone RPG, but they made one that was 5th edition D&D compatible. The Journey. The Lord of the Rings emphasizes a lot on the journey. It's not the battle, it's not the thing itself, it's that the road is long and perilous, and what dangers will you find on it. Most of the stuff that happens in Lord of the Rings is on their journey. It's not in the town that they're resting in. They more often than not might not even make it to their destination. Boromir certainly didn't. So I really like that they tried their best to make rules specifically for that. How do people feel about Nurglings, I wonder? I just checked and saw once got the Humble Bundle and Adventures in Middle-earth. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Adventures in Middle-earth was in a Humble Bundle before. That's correct. Actually, I think there's a sweet RPG bundle going on right now. Well, let me double check it. I think it's from Fantasy Flight too. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. Humble bundle. Nurglings are great. They're certainly comedic relief. Let's see here. So all bundles, books. So there's a Pathfinder one. Murder by the Book. Interesting. Tales from the Simba. Oh, that's what it was. It was from Free League. Okay, so if you guys aren't already like aware of who Free League is, they do Tales from the Loop. They did a game called Symbaroum. There is a humble bundle for Symbaroum and Tales from the Loop right now, and I strongly recommend considering it. What else do we got here? Crooked Lane, Quattro. Yeah, okay. I have a hard time with Nurglings. I think when I think of 40k, the only real comedy relief I typically think of is the orcs. Because you look at like the rest of Chaos, Nurgle's the only one that has a comedy relief aspect to it. And I think that kind of like throws me for a little bit of a loop. Now, since having read/listened to The Lords of Silence, my opinion of Nurglings has changed from disliking them to enjoying them thoroughly. Because they're just so chaotic and like it's, you know, give me a sec here. I'm gonna tell you a few things. I'm gonna try and make sure that they're spoiler free as possible. Because there's two great moments that involve Nurglings in the book. They make other appearances, but like there's two specifically like parts that I enjoyed the most. So in the beginning of the game, book, there's the High Admiral or Lord of the Lords of Silence, the person who leads that warband, and he has a Nurgling that he takes care of, but he refers to them as tiny lords, and they never call them Nurglings. Not once. I think they're called Nurglings in the entire book. Instead, they're always referred to as tiny lords, which I thought was very fascinating. And they are just disgusting. All they do is laugh, fart, like belch, like they're just gross. And you know, it's clear that not all Death Guard appreciate Nurglings. Some of them dislike them and will like put them in jars. Oh, did you lose your Wi-Fi, Warlander? Well, welcome back. I'm sorry about that. I was just asking what people thought about Nurglings, and I was sharing like that when I first was getting into Death Guard, I did not like Nurglings. I thought it was silly that they are the only force of chaos that has a comedic relief to it, because that's very much what Nurglings are. They're comedic relief. But for 2 minutes, oof. It was 1982. Welcome back. Yeah, so they'll put tiny lords in the jar, and like, because they'll be obstructive. Like you'll be working on something, and the Nurglings might come over, walk up, look at what you're doing, and then puke on your papers. Like, they can be very frustrating. So like, I think it's like the Tallyman or something like that. Like he ends up like he has a shelf that he puts all the Nurglings on, and if they're too ill behaved, he'll throw them in a jar temporarily. So sometimes they're revered as tiny lords, like basically embodiments of Nurgle himself, and that they'll be revered and respected, like a parrot on their shoulder. That's how I imagine it'd be having kids. Other times, they're like annoying pets. But there is... What was it? There's a part in the book where it expresses the value of Nurglings. Like, they will just arrive alongside the Death Guard and wreak utter havoc, destroying absolutely everything that they're around. And sometimes the things that they will do will be immensely impactful. But here's the thing. The Nurglings are practically mindless. They do not understand the significance of what they may have just done. They are absolutely infantile. At least they are in Lords of Silence. And there's like a part where like they prevent something that could have turned the tides of battle, but they don't care. They just, they're like, hey, this person's running away, let's go get them and eat them. they will eat people, right? And that's about it. Yeah, it's very fascinating. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go grab a glass of water. My throat is getting a little dry. But yeah, Lords of Silence absolutely changed my viewpoint of Nurglings, which I thought was just, something worth sharing. I used to dislike them. I used to dislike them a lot, and now I kind of enjoy them. And it wasn't even the fact that they changed the tide of a fight. It was the fact that they're called tiny lords. It's actually very interesting. It also makes the shadow reasoning behind the Tau a lot of sense. I missed a bunch of stuff here. Did you know there is a Tau Chaos God in the Warp? I did not know that there's a Tau Chaos God in the Warp. Also makes the shadow reasoning behind the Tau make a lot of sense. So I don't know a lot about the Tau. What I do know, though, is that the Tau are actually they're kind of brainwashed. They're not, and not in the sense of oh, hey, listen to this. Like they are actually under mind control. The belief of the greater good by non-Tau in humanity has created a Tau Chaos God in the Warp, which they encountered. Yeah. So the concept of the greater good was there's a special group within the Tau, and they all have a gem in their forehead. It goes against their way of core beliefs, which is why they are now going to purge the galaxy of all non-Tau, which is the only way to destroy it. Fascinating, fascinating. I'm very interested in that. See, but yeah, so there's a group within the Tau who are the higher class. They have a gem on their forehead, and part of the reasoning why people realize that the Tau are all brainwashed is, or under a mind control, like literal mind control, is that when separated from the Tau for long enough, and like from these higher members of the Tau, is they go from worshiping the greater good to prioritizing self-preservation, and it's like being taken away from a radio beacon, right? Which I thought was very cool, like, because before I was just like, yeah, the Tau, greater good, you know, they're like the good guys of the galaxy. No, they are all under mind control, and it is horrible because nothing in 40K can be good. Because there is no good guy in, you know, the 40th millennium. Which I think is part of the reason why I just like orcs, because they're just like, we like to smash stuff and it makes us happy. It's like, okay, you do you, orcs. And I think like the Eldar like make a comment, they're like, who are we to criticize the orcs? They know no suffering. They don't know unhappiness. Okay, except for the Gretchen. The Gretchen are miserable. But, you know, like, who are we to criticize them? They all they know is enjoyment. They don't concern themselves with, like, you know, the rest of the galaxy's concerns. They don't concern themselves with extinction or death. Like, they just don't care. Right now I'm listening to The Beast Within. Or not Beast Within, The Beast Arises, which takes place in the 32nd millennium. And oh my gosh, it is such a long series. It's not Horus Heresy long, but like I'm on book 4 and it's so slow. But the parts that are cool, oh my gosh, are they ever cool. Like, I'm not going to say who. An entire Space Marine chapter gets annihilated, completely destroyed, except for one survivor. Like, the orcs crushed an entire chapter. And that happens in book 1. And I think there's like at least 8 books to it. Maybe it's 7. So like if anyone's like, hey, I want to see a story where like the Imperium is losing, go check it out. The blue pill of the Matrix. They just go with the flow and try not to overthink things. Wasn't it in the original lore that orcs believed that humans wear helmets because they think so hard? And orcs believe that if you think too hard, your head would explode. I vaguely recall that being part of the original lore of orcs. But yeah, I thoroughly love orcs. As I've mentioned, I'm going to be doing a Raboti, which I found out you actually pronounce the E. It's Raboti. Raboti Gilla Them. So that's going to be my June thing going on. It may be just a little delayed because I get my vaccine on June 1st. So I may be a little out of commission for the first couple days of June to be able to stream. I'm going to do what I can. But, you know, if I am too sore to paint, I am too sore to paint. There's nothing I can do about that. You can kill an orc by pointing your finger at them and saying bang bang. Yes, yes, because if they believe that you shot them. Yes, I heard about that. So the story that a bunch of Imperial guards were in a they were defending a location, and just orcs kept coming and coming and coming because it was a wall. So the Imperial Guard they ran out of ammo, and their captain did some quick thinking, and he pointed his gun and he was like bang bang, and orcs were falling dead. Is called Papa Smurf. Well, it's gonna be Gill of them, so I don't know. But I look forward to auctioning that off with a raffle. Well, not auction. It's going to be a raffle. You guys' contributions to the Trevor Project will get you raffle tickets, and at the end of June, you guys will win a purple, non-binary flag-colored Roboti Gill of them. Yeah, just bang, bang. Okay, but the story gets better. So, you know, they're out of ammo, and just the whole Imperial Guard are just pointing like dead battery las guns, going bang, bang, bang. But there's a group of 6 orcs that just they're slowly marching up towards them, and you know they're not falling dead when the Imperial Guard shoot at them, and they hear them, they're chanting, and as they get closer, they can hear the chant, and they're saying, I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank. It's a story I heard from, like, what was it? Adeptus Ridiculous or whatever. It's a funny story. I don't know what you know, how much of it's real and how much of it is just, like, people having a fun time. I've listened to a couple orc stories now. I can definitely say orcs are a little smarter than that, but by how much? Not much. Oh, I did find out about, what is it? They're not weird boys, mad boys. So orcs who are like weird boys, but they've gone mad from, I think it's from thinking too much, if I recall correctly, and they're actually hyper intelligent, and like they have understandings that other orcs do not, of like science and physics. Like not even mech boys understand like those things, right? And then when you ask them like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, I don't know, just some crazy stuff. Yeah, mad boys. Yeah, take that, bot. That's the second bot today that Nightbot has gone and slayed. Smite the bots, Nightbot. But yeah, I don't think there's a unit for Mad Boys. It was something that was mentioned in one of the books. It was Prophets of Wa. Great series, great little mini series. You can get it on Audible. Or what you could do, which I recommend, is if you have Audible, don't get the Prophets of Wa. Instead, go to the thing which is it's like what's it called? It's like a Xenos omnibus or something like that. If you look up Xenos, there's a collection of Xenos books, and in there includes Prophets of Wa and like 5 other audiobooks. Or I mean, you could always just get Prophets of Wa, and it's like I think it's like $3, something like that. You have to go. All right, you have a wonderful rest of the night, my Lule. It was lovely to see you and have you here. Actually, I could probably just like pull it up. I have it. I have it on this computer. It's called Look. It is the Xenos Audio Collection. I think it's like a $60 collection or something like that. But if you have Audible, you just get it for 1 credit, which is like $12. So yeah, do that. reminds me, I have to like go and do a thingy thing so that I can get the thingy thingers. I may or may not have signed up for trials in other countries so that I could get more audiobooks. Because Jeff Bezos lets me do it. Don't try to mess with the system too much, kids. I can't tell you if I'm gonna if everything's gonna be okay. Primitive orcs who have not yet attained the advanced technology required to cross interstellar distances, known as feral orcs. To these orcs, yes, that and they, yes, creating a mad boy. That bingo, that. As the instinctive technological knowledge buried in their genes activates instantaneously instead of over time. Sometimes this process goes awry, creating a mad boy. Yeah. Yeah, and like they are beyond any other orc in terms of like actual brain power, but they're like, oh, whatever, or like they'll hallucinate. They'll see things that aren't there. The one in Prophets of Wa calls a Gretchen a green Hume, and he doesn't attack him. He's just like, oh, you're not an orc, you're a green Hume. That guy over there says so. He's like, no, I'm a Gretchen. Who are you talking about? He's like, are you saying he's not there? Because he's saying you're not real. And it's just so fun. Yeah. And oh my gosh, the voice acting in that audiobook is so good. We're meant to be the Goblin Fanatics of 40k, but never came to be. Interesting. I take a Goblin Fanatic as a unit in Warhammer Fantasy. Because I know you are a Warhammer Fantasy Battles fan. I'm not going to ask you if it's the Age of Sigmar. I know you don't touch Age of Sigmar. To you, it's square bases. Units that spontaneously attack their own army. Nice. Yeah. It was a different game. That's for sure. They're goblins who eat magic mushrooms and start throwing around a giant ball on a chain. Wherever it goes, it just lays waste to what's in its path. Oh, it is an AOS. Okay, cool. Yeah, I definitely I find it entertaining how like very like just out there, like very out in the open. It's like, yes, these are goblins who are taking psychedelic mushrooms, which definitely, most certainly, do not have any real world equipment. It's like, oh my gosh, are you guys really like doing this at a kid's game? Okay, you do you. Like, yeah, it's a game for ages 12 and up, and it's like, really? Drugs? Okay. I don't have a personal problem with it, but it's up to you guys. I hope there's no legal repercussion for you. go crazy and start doing immense damage on the table, but it could be your opponent's or your own army. I see. If I had to guess, it probably never made it into the game just mechanic wise, because with 40k, there's like what's the word, like ambush units, right? Like, or like vehicles that you could potentially put it like an orc in whatever the orc equivalent of a drop pod is, and the orc would like, be out in enemy lines without having to like manually like get him to walk over there. That just an assumption. GW game to push away from these random mechanics. Yeah, because old 40k orcs were absolutely like super random. And actually, I can't even say it's that old. Like their infighting mechanics still existed in 5th edition. And like, what was it? It was like, if they lose a morale, the orc boss would just kill one of the units and they would succeed. But I think, what was it? If your boss died, or your HQ, like your orcs would start fighting each other to establish a new one. Like, it was much more random. Yeah, they used to do a lot more self-harm. Absolutely. Which, I mean, I don't know. I can see why it would be less appealing. I think there's some fun to it, but I think if you want to do that, the best way to do it would be to have 2 different types of rule sets for orcs, but have the same models, and you just announce, I am playing the Marines, which maybe like are less self-destructive, rather than the self-destructive chaos is fun deal. I don't know. Fun fact about this model, he's got a straw in a dude's head, like a Slurpee. Check it out. He's got the hose, the nozzle, and it goes into a dude's head. That's a head right there. I don't know. I definitely think that I would probably be less likely personally to play the self-harm orcs. At least I would be less likely to play the self-harm orcs if there wasn't a way to like minimize it. Because with the Tyranids, where like the player agent taken away if your HQ got shot down, I kind of stopped playing the Tyranids because, like, at least in 5th edition, I don't know about now, I can't speak for now, but your player agency just gets destroyed. Like, the moment, like, you don't have a psyker nearby, like maybe you don't have a zoanthrope, or you don't have like an HQ unit within range. And that can be like a super big joy kill. Like, player agency is a little important. Like, randomness is fine. You can have randomness and still maintain some form of player agency. As long as, like, it's a choice. Like a wild magic sorcerer in Dungeons and Dragons is a choice. You willingly made it so that you were a wild magic sorcerer. You could have been like a blood magic or like a dragon sorcerer, but you didn't. You chose wild magic, and now you have the wild magic surges, right? Because some people like gambling. Not everyone likes gambling. I think if I had known about the rules with Tyranids, I probably wouldn't have picked them. I thought they had the coolest models, but the moment it was like, yeah, now your Termagants are feral. It's like, what? What do you mean they're feral? And they're like, yeah, no, they're outside of the thing. You don't get to control them anymore. And I was like, what? I was like, oh god, I hate this. Really bothered me. I was not a happy camper about it. Ah, yeah, that one's gonna be blood. And that's a mostly flesh-covered head. Ah, here we go. So I really like the Grimdark Futures rule sets for what do you call it? Losing morale. Like when you lose morale, it's just you get pinned and that unit like can't activate for a turn. And then it's like, okay, well that's at least they're not running away. It's so frustrating when they run away. It's like now like that now I have to like try and like make back like movement. Heck. Hey V, how are you? Oh, thank you. Yeah. Here, give me a second here. Guys, go give V a shout out or follow if you aren't already. She does Pokemon sculptors of cute Pokemon fusions. Very both high energy and chill stream. Kind of a paradox, I know, but she does it. Yeah, it's all good. Oh, are these ones breaking out of the armor too? Oh, so they are. Okay. Oh! Warlander, I just remembered. You were saying that you really wanted to get the... I'm all irony. You are. It's a bit of a paradox, but I dig it. Warlander, you were saying that you wanted to get the whatchahoozits. The Poxwalkers, right? From Dark Imperium? I got some cool news for you. So I was taking a look at my Poxwalker sprue that I got from my my combat patrol. Oh, there's cat hair all over it. And I came to a realization. I spotted something. I spotted this. And I was like, huh. There appears to be a Plague Marine. And I was like, well, that's fascinating. And I recognized these bits. I recognize these bits because, let's see, where the heck is he? Is this it? Is this it? It is. This is this guy. And this guy is from Dark Imperium. I can't really like show very much on here, but you know, if you look at the backpack, because I eBayed this guy. The backpack is identical. That arm with the tongue wrapped all around it. So this is the Poxwalker sprue from Dark Imperium. So you can actually get the Dark Imperium guys. They just, it's not in a Dark Imperium box. But if you get the Poxwalkers, it's this sprue. I thought it was a spider webs at first, and I was like, dang, how long was it? No, it's cat hair. It's cat hair. I can't avoid cat hair. It's all over my house. I love my babies, but oh my gosh. Everywhere. I could probably clone them with how much hair. Oh, cat fur. It's just left her out. Just build myself a new cat. I might have talked Harnish into letting us get a... Oh, yay! Well, that's exciting. Bunnies are lovely. Very cute. A lot of work. Like, to make sure that they don't die, because bunnies are really good at dying. Awesome. If you've already got experience with rabbits, that's wicked. Thanks. I like rabbits. My friend has some pet rabbits, and she was like telling me about like how difficult it is to keep them alive, because like if they don't eat X number of times an hour, their digestive tract dies or stops and they die. They if you feed them too much sugar, like too much bananas, they die. It's like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't be able to handle it. But I'm very excited for you. That's incredible. Okay, so these guys I had totally missed. Oh, that's an alarm. Oh, would you look at that? It is 3 o'clock. Oh, geez, I feel like I haven't even been streaming that long. Okay, well, guys, I have to go. I have to get ready for work. I gotta do that thing where I make that money so I can survive and pay off my debt. Yay! But, yeah. I'm just gonna do this here. Alright, let's take a look at who's online. Let's see. Oh, I see Giggling Geek Cat is on right now. Who else is on? I see Orcs Paint Shop. You know what? He's only got 3 viewers on right now. Let's go hang out with Orcs Paint Shop. He's a lovely dude. I quite enjoy him. He's very friendly, very cheery. He's only been streaming on for how long? How long has his stream been going on? Has it been going on for about an hour and a bit? Okay, so I'm just buffering through an ad right now. Let us raid and then raid that. Perfect. So start the timer on for there. All right, guys. So yeah, let's do this again tomorrow. That'll be fun. We can do that tomorrow. Yeah. That makes sense. Oh my gosh, the commercials just go on forever. Perfect. What is he working on? It looks like he's working on a tank of some kind. Yeah, so I will see all of you guys later. I hope you have a wonderful and lovely day. And I'm just going to wait a couple seconds here for that delay. And I love you all.